Good evening from Jensen Beach High School in Jensen Beach, Florida. Tonight, the Jupiter Warriors are on the road. They're going to play Jensen Beach, the Falcons, and we'll be getting the ball game started here momentarily. Of course, both the ball clubs are 1-1. Jensen Beach lost to Lake Worth in their first game of the year, 20-14, and then defeated Forest Hill and come from behind victory last week, a thrilling game, 30-26, and so they are 1-1 on the year. For Jupiter, they opened with that very exhilarating victory against Palm Beach Lakes, a couple of weeks ago when they came back and won that game with 3 minutes and 20 seconds to play late in the ball game on a 75-yard touchdown pass, and they won that game 13-12, and then were beaten pretty soundly by a very good Dwyer team last Friday night, by a score of 51-7. And tonight's game should be a good one. The weather's been a problem. I'm Brent Weibel. You're watching the Big W Sports Network. I'm joined by Brett Rowley. Brett's going to pull double duty tonight. He's going to give me a little color and run our camera. We're going to apologize a little bit for our angle, Brett. We're under the concession stand awning, but thank goodness for that, because the weather has been rather inclement, and they didn't decide till about 25 minutes ago whether they were going to play this game tonight. But once they got the all clear from the lightning situation, we are going to have football.
Yeah, we're real fortunate to get a spot underneath this roof here. It's a great spot considering the circumstances. The weather has calmed down just a bit. Honestly, it's perfect football weather, Brandon, and I'm excited for the game.
Oh yeah, and we certainly want to make sure that we express our admiration and thanks to R.J. Costello, the athletic director here at Jensen Beach, who's just been super in getting us a spot. And, of course, their press box was full up. They were going to put us up high, but because of the weather, we were under the awning. That was actually more important to try to protect the equipment. So we're going to do our best to bring you the action here tonight. Jupiter in the white uniforms. Brett, one thing for sure about the road uniforms for the Warriors, a lot easier to see the numbers.
Oh, absolutely, Brent, absolutely. As you know, I worked the PA booth up in the Jupiter Stadium, and when they unveiled these new unis, the black on black at home, you know, everybody up on the booth kind of gave a little grunt. But over here, yeah, it's going to be beautiful. We can see the jerseys perfectly. Should have no problem identifying these great athletes for both schools.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Both ball clubs going to make their way out onto the field. It looks like, I thought that Jensen Beach is going to kick off, and it looks like that is the way that this is going to start. You can see the Falcons there in their black uniforms will be kicking off to the Jupiter Warriors. I see number 3, Cody Wilson. I believe Cody's the man that pulled in that 75-yard touchdown catch a couple of weeks ago against Palm Beach Lakes, and he's going to be back to return. Also back there with him is Xavier Carter, number 8. So we're all set for the kickoff and the start of tonight's game, and it's finally starting to clear off, and like Brett told you, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful night for football. There's the whistle, and the football kicked off by number 4, and that is Connor Ravello for Jensen Beach, and it'll be downed, and the Warriors will go to work with their single wing offense. If they do have a quarterback, if anybody throws the ball, that will be Griffin Garland. And we're going to do our best to try to keep up on the action here. We do have some cheerleaders selling programs, blocking some of the view with umbrellas, but we'll do our best. So it's 1st and 10 for Jupiter. Jupiter will have the ball first, just underway, 11:59 left to play here at Jensen Beach.
Yeah, Brent, you mentioned Griffin Garland's going to be back there at quarterback. What a performance late in the game last week. We'll see if he can repeat some of that magic he found
Absolutely
2 weeks ago at home.
And right away we have a whistle before they can get started. I'm not sure what the holdup was.
And you also mentioned Lewis, his recipient of that big touchdown. I want to repeat it again for any Jupiter fans that are listening, because what a big moment in Jupiter football over the last couple of years for them. Considering woes they had last season, the difficulties they had. I'm sure it's not a secret to any Jupiter faithful. And to come out and put a performance together like that at home and a big-time play, that really got their crowd going and got them feeling good about this season.
Absolutely. Cody Wilson, the man that pulled that in. So now here's our first snap, and it'll be a running play off of right tackle. It'll pick up a couple of yards. Going to bring up a second down play for Jupiter. Jensen Beach is coached by, find his name here for you, Tim Caffey. And Tim started the year as the offensive coordinator, and after the head coach was dismissed after one game, he's moved in to be the head coach. Second down, and it looks like about 8 after a pickup of a couple on that carry for Jupiter. Here's the snap, and they're going to try to get outside to the left side. That might have been Wilson who tried to turn a corner, or Carter, and it looks like they're going to mark him for no gain. So call it now a third down and 7 for the first down. A long 7, really closer to 8. And it'll be interesting to see, Brett, here if they go in the air. They do have twin receivers coming to the near side of the football field. Wilson is the one wide out. Number 11 for Jupiter is the other, and that's Devin Bowie. And it looks like Garland is going to go back in the shotgun here. Jensen Beach tries to deploy defensively, and Garland back to pass, looks to his left, gets flush, gets pressure, gets hit, and goes down. And that'll bring up a fourth down play. He wanted to pass, and he had a little bit of time, but his receivers could not get open, and that'll bring up a punting situation.
Yeah, Brent, he definitely dropped back and started to go through his progressions. He intended to definitely pass that play there, but he didn't have more than 3 seconds, not even, to make that decision. He decided to bail out instead of take a bigger loss on third down. And, so they bring up a fourth down here.
Loss of 4, and it's going to be fourth down and 12. Jonathan Jerez, number 2, on to punt. He was a bright spot a couple of weeks ago. Waits for the snap, gets a good one, gets some pressure from the outside, gets the kick away. Not a particularly good one, but it does take a Jupiter bounce, then is fielded. Oh, that's a dangerous play. Jensen Beach had a player that come up and grabbed it. That was, I believe, number 20 that caught that ball, and Austin Queen had no fear there, came in and fielded it, and that's where Jensen Beach will go on the attack. Looks like somewhere around the 42-yard line.
Yeah, it worked out this time. You definitely would rather have your receiver back off of that short kick like that, let it bounce where it may, but didn't hurt him this time. Some decent field position.
So Jensen Beach will go on the attack here. Alex Ogle, number 18, will be the quarterback. He's got it. He drops back. He wants to pass. He gets some pressure. He throws. He gets hit as he throws a long spiral down the left sideline. Incomplete, I believe. And that'll bring up a second down and 10. Went out of our field of vision, Brett, both of us there a little bit.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Incomplete down that sideline. He had some time, but Jupiter got after him late.
He definitely had some time. I like the call. They're going to get out, and they're trying to go down the sideline early and make a statement. He had the time. He had the look. He got a good ball off. Couldn't quite see what happened down there, second down.
Ogle is in the gun. He's number 18. He has the snap, fakes the handoff, and does hand it off, first back through, and not much there. That looked like 32 was the ball carrier on that particular play, Josh Abel. And they finally blow it dead. And let's see where they're going to mark the ball. Looks like no gain, third down and 10. Football still at about the 42-yard line.
Great effort by number 32, the running back for Jensen Beach. He just didn't stop his legs. They kept churning. That's what they coach. He kept his gravity low, and he made the defense pay a little bit.
Third down and 10, facing Jensen Beach. Ogle has it, fakes it, rolls to his left, still has the football, going to run for what he can get and gets hit, and finally taken down. I don't believe he's going to have the first down on that play, but he did make a nice little gain out of it. And I'm trying to see, it looks like they're going to mark looks like about a 4th and 3, so a gain of about 7, Brett, on that one. Going to bring up a 4th and 3 as he took the ball out near midfield.
That's real interesting, Brant. They start out the first 3 downs, 3 shotgun formations in a row. They did run the draw to the second down, but we'll see how it's going to be interesting to see how much shotgun they run. That clearly is going to create a lot more time, but of course the element of deception is taken away a little.
Ravello's going to punt the ball. Garland got some pressure on him, but he got a nice kick away along the left sideline, and that's where Jupiter will go to business at the second drive of this second series of the first quarter coming up for them. Second drive. Let's see where they mark the football here. 7:49 left to play. First period from Jensen Beach High School. Home of the Falcons. No score in the football game. It looks like they're going to mark the ball. Looks to me like it's about the 23-yard line, and that's where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Warriors. Looks like they were a little late getting one of the linemen on.
Now, you mentioned Griffin Garland receiving that kick. You'll also be mentioning Griffin Garland on defense, and you'll be mentioning Griffin Garland on offense, Brad. This guy, he can do it all for this Jupiter team.
He'll be looking here at a 1st down and 10 from his own 23-yard line. And a handoff in a big hole right up the middle. And trying to pick that up, was that Wilson or was that Carter that carried? But a big hole right up the middle. I believe that was Carter, number 8.
That was 8 Carter.
And he picked up 8 yards on the carry. It'll be 2nd down and 2 out to the 31-yard line.
That one was all Jupiter's offensive line. They created a nice hole. He came right off the guard's backside, cut up the hole that was created, and got into the secondary of the defense.
Okay, that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 2 with 7:18 left to play here in the first quarter at Jensen Beach. Long snap count. They're going to try the right side of the line this time, and not a big hole there. It looks like where they're going to mark the football is about no gain. Looks to me like, no, they did give him a 1st down. Let's see where they're going to mark it. I was watching the official on the far side, Brett, and he didn't move right away, but now it looks like now he's going to mark the ball at about the 34, so it was a gain of about 3. And good enough for the first down of this football game.
Yep.
Jupiter.
And that's Jupiter's MO. Pound the ball inside the guard, inside the tackle, the 2, the 3, and just keep moving the ball up the field. 2-3 yards in a cloud of dust, although we're not going to get much dust on this soggy day.
Again, they use the single wing set, so a lot of times for Jupiter, not a real true quarterback. And they snap the ball, and they're going to try, I believe that's Carter, tried the left side, come up just left tackle, and looked like he picked up pretty good yardage there, Brett, about 3 or 4 yards, maybe more than that on 1st down, about 5.
Yeah, about 5 yards, and it's all due to a beautiful cut on the linebacker that came up to plug that hole. He made a nice little plant and a juke to the right and got farther up into the defense. Very nice job done by the running back, Carter.
We're going to call it 2nd down here and 3.
Okay, so he didn't get the most favorable spot. Still a nice move on the defender.
6 minutes to play. First quarter of action from Jensen Beach High School. Here's the snap, and it'll be a running play right up the gut. And Brett told you that Jupiter just trying to pound that ball and really take over the line of scrimmage, and that was nothing fancy, just straight ahead. And it's either going to be 3rd and short or 1st down. Let's see where they're going to mark it. It looks to me like it's about 2 feet short of the 1st down. Nope, it is a 1st down.
Yep, they gave him the 1st.